Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Hannah, and today we're getting personal and we're talking about my faith journey and what I'm doing right now to continue to grow my faith and to get closer to my God and Savior. I've had some requests lately for more faith-centered videos around religion, Jesus, and just thought I would kind of share where I'm at, what I'm doing to grow in my faith. Just wanted to get real and share how I'm genuinely working through this in hopes that it can maybe inspire and help some of you guys out as well. So I'm not coming at this from like a, here's what I did to be the perfect Christian, or anything like that, because I am far from that, but no one's perfect. No one is a perfect Christian. So I'm going to be talking to you guys through some tips that I've taken from others to implement into my religion walk, my faith journey, as well as sharing a lot of like books and just a bunch of resources as well. So hope you guys enjoy. All right, so my first step on kind of getting back on track with my faith and my relationship with God was to make it a point to do my devotions every day, at least every day that I possibly could. When I'm traveling on vacation, these things just slip through my fingers, and sometimes I do not get my devotions in. If you guys saw my habit tracker from last month, I had it on my habit tracker to do my devotions every day, and you best believe not every day of the month that little square was filled in. But making it a habit and putting it like in my habit tracker made me think about it every day. So every day, even if I didn't do my devotions that day, I thought about it and I was like, oh, I did not do my morning quiet time, my morning devotions. If you've never heard of morning quiet time or devotions, it's basically where you and God have time together and to kind of learn more about Him, learn more about the Bible. And so ultimately, you're going to want to be praying and reading your Bible. A lot of people also will read books or devotionals, which are, man-made written books that kind of have a little word and then also like Bible verse to read. And it's just more of a guide to what to actually do in your morning or nighttime quiet time and devotions. You, of course, do not have to buy something to feel like you can restart getting in the groove of doing devotions and quiet time, but I do think it helps. So I actually didn't buy anything new. I just grabbed a study off of my bookshelf that I hadn't done in a while. So this Bible study was sent to me like a year ago from the author. It's called The Life Devotional, the devotional that gives and saves lives. And it's basically a daily devotional. It's super big, so make sure you have space. But like March 2nd, March 3rd, I'm in July, and it's just like a page full of a devotion and a Bible verse to kind of look up for that day. So very to the point, but it's just something that I had sitting on my bookshelf, and I was like, you know what? Instead of buying something new, I'm just going to read that. Jesus Calling. This is a very popular one for men and women, author Sarah Young. And it's just, again, like that one I showed you, it has every day of the year and a little word and some Bible verses to read. Then we have 100 Days to Brave, which is not daily. You can pick this up whenever, and it's just 100 straight days of devotional. So this is nice for like right now, halfway through the year. If you don't want to start one that's dated, you can just pick this up, and it's a devotional that's going to last you 100 days. This is called 100 Days to Brave, Devotions for Unlocking Your Most Courageous Self. This is by Annie F. Downs, which I've had the privilege of seeing speak at my church in Nashville, which is super cool. Another great website, they have a lot of products for Christians, is the Daily Grace Co. Their slogan is equipping women in the Word, which is really nice. And so I've had a few of their studies. They sent them to me a while ago. This is the Psalms one, and it's a lot shorter, but it is very beautiful. It's just like a nice magazine style book. You can, buy, go through, lend to a friend to go through. It's kind of quick. And then lastly, my favorite Christian company, For the Girl, they started at Belmont University. I know the founders, Mac and Ken. They put out new Bible studies that you can do by yourself as a devotional, or you can do in a group. They put these out multiple times a year. I just did the Daughters Study, a study of women in the Bible. It's not going to last you, a whole year like these other ones, but it's in depth on these stories. Lasted me maybe about a month. And then what they also offer, which I think is so perfect for the modern Christian woman that I'm a part of, is they have an online platform called The Tent. And it is made for you to have some place to go to online when doing your devotions. And so I'm a member. It's $10 a month. And in here they have like a little introduction video each month. July, we are studying friendship. Then they give you a plan, so like a list of what you need to study and questions. It's all digital. My favorite part of this is they give guided prayers. So it's 3 10-minute recordings every month, and it guides you. You just sit and listen and like pray, and it guides you through the prayer. And I think it is an amazing resource if you're a new Christian or new to getting into the Word daily and you literally have no clue where to start. You don't even know what to pray for. I think the tent is like the ultimate resource for that. And even me, who's been doing devotions for years and years, it's something I still love going to. So that is all to say, my first tip is to make sure you're making time in the morning for that quiet time. It's not the most fun all the time. A lot of times you're just sitting there and you're like, I'm wasting 10, 20 minutes of my morning. Like, I'm wasting my coffee time. I have those thoughts a lot, okay? It's like, oh, I'd rather be watching YouTube while drinking my coffee in the morning and not reading this book. Like, I understand, okay? I am there a lot of times. But it's just like discipline. Like when you're a Christian, you have to have that one-on-one time with God. If your only interaction with God is through the church or through other people, then you're not really cultivating that relationship. I think about it of me with my friends. My closest friends are the ones that I hang out with one-on-one. I love hanging out with my big group of girlfriends and guy friends. It's so fun, but I don't feel like I'm really being poured into, or I'm not pouring into each and every one in that group when we're all hanging out. Like, yeah, we're having a great time. I love it. It's beneficial to me socially, but I'm not building that one-on-one connection with people when we hang out in a group. And so you're not building that one-on-one connection with God if you're only experiencing Him, you're only praying in church, you're only reading the Bible in church or in Bible studies. Like, you're not able to have that one-on-one connection with. On that note, the Bible that I have is absolutely my favorite. I got it junior year of high school. It is the She Reads Truth Bible. It did have something pretty on the front, but it's faded out now, and mine is very dirty. I love this Bible. I did a video a while ago on it when I first got it. I love it because it gives you little devotions actually kind of throughout the Bible to help you understand it, and then there's like a reading plan for each book of the Bible. It gives you history, gives you a timeline, gives you a map. There's like a beautiful verse from the book. To live is Christ and to die is gain. A beautiful desert like painting in my Bible. I love it. I love this Bible. It is the Christian Standard Version. I do wish it came in NIV, not CSV, but that is okay because I still love this Bible. So get yourself, invest in a good Bible that you can take notes in, that you can highlight in, that you can mark up, and you'll have it for years, I promise. So it's a good investment. And then if you want to take it further, grab yourself a devotional and you will be set. All right, so the second way I'm kind of getting back on track in my faith, building my faith, is to make it consistent to go to church and get plugged into a Bible study. I know I just said you need to have that one-on-one time, and that's true, but I find once you have that, being a Christian and following God's plan for you and following the Christian walk is way more fun and way more way less lonely when you're doing it with friends that are Christians, when you're in a church that supports you, when you're in a Bible study you can go to every week and talk about your faith and talk about what you're going through. I'm not saying only be friends with Christians. I have many friends who aren't, but it helps. You have to have some people in your life that are on the same kind of journey as you, and it's going to help a ton. So I love making sure that I get my booty to church every Sunday, or as many Sundays as I can. Again, I am not perfect, but we try as hard as we can. And also during the school year, especially when I'm so busy and go, and I'm trying to plan every minute of my day, I really try to get into a Bible study. So find one at your local church. Your college campus may have some set up, or if there are literally none in your area, start one yourself. The next step that I'm trying to work on is really working on my prayer life. I think a lot of times just before I go to bed, say a quick prayer. I'm like, God, this is how it goes. God, thank you so much for today, and I pray for so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, and I love you, good night. So I've been trying to make it a point to, whenever I get a text that someone needs a prayer, okay, a family member or a friend was in an accident, someone's health isn't doing good, someone's just going through a rough time. Whenever I hear a prayer request, I immediately stop what I'm doing and pray. And instead of texting them like, I'll pray for you, I literally say, I just prayed, or I'm going to pray right now. And even if it takes 20 seconds, I do it right then and there. Also working in my prayer life of not just asking for things, but also just like appreciating and thanking God. That's why every morning I also like to write down what I'm grateful for. And I do it from a place of, God, I'm grateful for all the things you put in yesterday, and I'm excited for what you're going to bring me today, even the small things. And so praying immediately when someone gives me a prayer request, giving thanks to God, and being grateful in my prayers are two big things I'm trying to do. And another thing is be consistent in praying for the same things every day. I would always change my prayers up, which is totally fine, but I recently learned that there is power in consistency of prayer and constantly praying, even if a prayer isn't being answered. Maybe it's being answered in another way, and you can pray that would be revealed to you. But I saw this on TikTok actually, and I think it is the best thing in the world, and I've been doing it since June 16th. That's when I started. Also, my friend Kaylee and Nicole on Instagram did this too. Okay, so you can see this page, I have it, and I'm not going to go super in depth because it's personal stuff, but you write down a whole list of your prayers and you date it. Okay, this is what you're praying for. Then every day you're going to open up to this page and you're going to take a pen or pencil and circle the prayer as you pray for it. So I'm going to go down the list every morning and I'm going to say, for so-and-so in this, for my business in this, for this, and you're going to try to make it specific. A few of mine are a little too broad, but try to make it specific and literally circle it when you pray. And then, this is the cool part that hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm excited for it. When a prayer is answered, you can go back and you can write out like, this prayer was answered in this way on this date. And it is a brilliant way to, one, be consistent in your prayers because you are literally praying for the exact same thing. You're saying the same words every day. I love that then I can go back and look like, wow, I prayed for this. Look how many times I prayed this prayer. I circled it and circled it and circled it, and then it was answered in this way on this date. It's a great way to kind of track your prayers and track and figure out and see, and you look back and be like, wow, God answered this prayer in this way. Why do I think he's not going to help me in this situation? It's a great way to kind of be consistent and go back and be reminded of God's goodness. So that is something that's like the main thing I wanted to share in this video was this prayer circling and how I'm so excited to be doing this. All right, and then the last step that I am taking to build my faith and grow my relationship with God is focusing on the media I'm consuming. This is something I've never really felt convicted. I've always watched the shows I've always wanted to watch. I listen to Cardi B, I listen to Megan Thee Stallion, like I listen to secular music. I honestly don't I know this is weird coming from a Christian, and I'm working on it. I don't love Christian music. I'd rather listen to country, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo. Like I'd rather listen to mainstream music than Christian music. But I'm trying to kind of just add more Christian music into my routine, Christian books into my routine. And I just started watching a Christian show as well, which I've never done before. So like with Christian music, I'm not going to listen to it when I work out. I'm sorry. I right now just need my Ariana Grande, Cardi B when I'm working out. But when I'm like doing my homework and I need instrumental music, I'll look up Christian instrumental music. Or when I'm just needing like a chill vibe, I'll look up, acoustic Christian, just for something chill that's in the background that I can still meditate and hear. But, I'm not only listening to just Christian music. With books, I love my business books. I love my fiction, but I also have enjoyed these books in the past. These are two of my favorites. One is Uninvited by Lisa Terkeurst and Present Over Perfect by Shauna Nyquist. So these two are really good, mainly made for women. This one's about like not being so overwhelmed and like really being present in your life. This one is for when you're feeling left out, less than, or lonely. I know a lot of girls in high school and college or any time can relate to this one. So I love reading Christian books, honestly, because it kind of, even though you're not reading the Bible, you're not at church, it's just like you consuming media, but it's good for you. It's wholesome, it's like powerful, and God, I think, can speak to you through other Christian authors and speakers too. So, and the show I just started watching, I've only watched the first episode, but it is called The Chosen. I know a lot of Christians watch this, so literally comment below, let me know down below if you have watched this show before, because I would love to hear your thoughts, if you think it's good, bad, if I should keep watching. But it was just really refreshing. It's not on a streaming app, you have to download the app, but it's free. It's on their own app called The Chosen. But it was just like really refreshing to watch a Christian show, and it made me like want to read my Bible more, like, which I think is great. And so anything that makes you want to learn more about God and Jesus's life, like, albeit go that. So that is kind of all that I wanted to share in this video. Some resources, some things that I've been doing, some thoughts, and I hope this was helpful. If you guys want me to do more Christian faith-based videos, give me ideas, because I literally have no clue what to do about that, like what kind of videos would be just focused on religion and faith. Thank you so much for watching this, especially if you aren't a Christian and you watch this, like, that is just amazing. I think we need more of that in this world, of people listening to others' opinions and ideas and ideologies that are different than their own. So applause to you, and I love you guys so much. I will see you next time for another video. Bye. Peace out.